Our agency makes over $150K a month by selling AI services to businesses. This isn't going to be some video teaching you how to sell random AI automations to businesses that provide no value and will be wiped out by new AI later on. This video is going to teach you exactly how to build a legit and profitable AI business that will bring you cash year after year. So this is going to be your guide to scale to 7 figures with an AI agency, and to give you a brief overview of what this agency entails, it is an AI lead generation agency where you're going to be selling leads to high-ticket businesses, and you're going to use AI to help with client acquisition and then also service delivery. So you don't really have to do any of the grunt work, which a normal agency used to have, but it gives you all the benefits of an agency and lets AI do all the work for you. But the first step in all of this is to pick a high ticket niche. The key to this whole game is to pick a high ticket niche, because if you pick a high ticket niche, you're selling to rich people, which means you'll make more money because you're solving rich people problems. So some niches I wouldn't target are gyms, restaurants, because they're very low ticket and they make it a lot harder for you to make any money in this game. So some niches I would target are like roofing, solar, IVF and fertility clinics, lawyers, home remodeling, and any of those ones where they charge for like more than $1,000 per each client that you get them. It's not that low ticket niches don't work, they do work, but they make it a lot harder for you to make a lot of money a lot faster, right? So obviously they do work and then you can get a lot of clients doing that, but it's a lot harder for them to give you a lot of money up front, like for any of your services. So it just makes it a lot harder for you to make any money in this game. And if you're having trouble like deciding what specific niche you want to do, here's a prompt that you can put into ChatGPT or Claude. So essentially you say, I'm having trouble deciding on choosing a niche for my AI agency, where I will use AI to generate leads for high ticket businesses. Can you help me compare 10 high ticket niches that I could choose from? I'm a beginner with little to no experience and need help finding a profitable niche for me. So just plug that in there and it'll compare like 10 different niches for you, and then just choose one. The biggest thing is just choosing one and rolling with it for at least 3 months. A huge mistake I made in the beginning was switching niches every single month, and this wouldn't allow me to see any progress when I was scaling up my agency and actually just getting started, because that's a huge mistake I made and a lot of other people make, are just constantly switching niches because they're like, oh yeah, this niche isn't perfect, or like there's so many problems with this niche. But here's the reality, there's going to be problems with any niche that you do. So just choose one and roll with it and stick with it, and then you'll become an expert in that niche. And step 2 is you need to choose a service to actually generate the leads on. And the bread and butter is Facebook ads. And Facebook ads are the easiest to learn and get results. So I recommend just doing Facebook ads and then adding on like platforms like YouTube, TikTok, or Google search ads later on, because those are a lot harder to learn. And like things like TikTok, they're just not as scalable as Facebook ads. So Facebook ads are the bread and butter for a reason. They're our primary source of leads today. But the thing is, you'll be doing AI Facebook ads to get ahead of the curve and beat out the competition. And that's what's so great about this AI business model, is that AI will literally do a lot of the work for you on the back end. So all you have to do is just get clients and then service them using AI. So that is step 2, is just choose a platform and roll with it. And I would only do one in the beginning, because you need to master that platform first before adding on other services. And Facebook ads is so scalable, so that's why I would just roll with Facebook ads. That's what we got started with, and that's what we primarily use today. So I'll just roll with Facebook ads for your service for your clients. But before you start making money, you need to get clients. So you need to get clients in order to start making money, and you'll use AI to accelerate this whole process. So like without clients, you're not going to be making any money within this game. And please just don't tell your clients you're using AI to do all the work for you. They don't really care whether or not you use AI. They just care about the results that you get them. But you'll just be using AI in the back end. They won't really know about it. And they'll be like, oh yeah, like you're getting such a great service for them and you're using AI, but you don't need to tell them that. So that's just for you on the back end, so you don't have to do as much work on the back end, and you can only focus on getting a great results for your clients. So here are my methods for actually getting clients and actually making money with this agency. The first one is a cold emailing system. And for both of these, you're gonna need a little bit of capital to get started. And if you don't have enough capital to get started with either a cold emailing system or paid ads, I would actually just get a job and start making money on the side. And then what you can do like in the meantime is just start doing like free outreaches like cold calling or cold DMs. But just a forewarning on that, it's gonna take a lot harder for you to actually start making money, because that requires a lot of volume each and every day if you're gonna be using those free methods. But this is why I have these two right here. So if you have a little bit of money to get started, these are what I would do. And if you don't, like I said, I would just get a job and start making money on the side, so you can actually start investing into these systems to actually start getting a lot better results a lot quicker. So the cold emailing system is it's going to be an automated cold emailing system, and you use like a platform like Instantly to send over like 1,000 to 5,000 emails a day, so you can get a lot better results a lot quicker. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to use AI to write better cold emailing scripts than a lot of the cold emailing experts out there. It'll give you a lot better results than like any of these cold emailing agencies trying to offer to do cold emailing for you. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go over to this AI agent called GenSpark, and it's like $24 a month. It's not that bad. And generally what you want to do is you want to paste in this prompt right here. You want to say, can you research top performing cold emailing scripts on Google? I want to compile a list of 10 to 20 winning cold emailing scripts I can model scripts after for my niche. And what this will do is it'll go through and research Google for top performing cold emailing scripts from a lot of different sources. As you can see, it like analyzes a bunch, it reads it all for you, so you don't have to do any of that research on your own. Essentially, it'll keep doing that over and over, and then it'll give you a list of like 20 top performing cold emailing scripts for maximum response rates. So what you want to go ahead and do is paste all these into a document and give it to ChatGPT or Claude and tell it to customize it for your niche and your offer in which you'll be running for your clients. So essentially the first one it gives us is like the quick question template. And this one is literally proven. Like many of my cold email campaigns back when I used to only do cold email would be quick question, but instead of like quick question about company, what you'd want to do is like something like quick question name, and then like have like a really short email like saying like what you do like and things like that. So it'll go through all these different cold emailing templates as you can see here, and then at the end it'll summarize like the best practices. So like it said, like keep emails like 50 to 125 words, which is like legit. Like you want to have a really short cold email. You want to use 3rd grade reading level, include only 1 CTA per email, test different subject lines, and you want to follow up 3 to 4 times with different angles in order to get them to respond. So that is how you'll write better cold emailing scripts than a lot of the cold emailers out there and actually get results with cold email. And then so yeah, like I said, you'll want to feed all of those to Claude or ChatGPT and customize it for your niche and offer. And we'll go over your offer in a bit, so you have a little bit more clarity on like what you're actually going to be offering for these clients. And what you'll actually want to do in order to get this cold emailing system running is get a ton of leads that you can send out emails to on a daily basis. So use like softwares like ListKit, like Apollo, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, D7 Lead Finder, Outscraper, which is a Google Maps scraper. So you have a huge list of emails that you can actually send out on a daily basis, because the biggest thing is volume in cold email. You're going to be wanting to send out a bunch of emails on a daily basis and focusing on how many meetings you're actually booking with the cold emailing system. So that's a little bit more about like the cold emailing system. And then the second method is paid ads. And this is the one that has allowed us to scale up to 150K a month. And without paid ads, we'd probably still be a lot lower, because paid ads are the holy grail in terms of scaling up and actually getting a ton of appointments booked on your calendar right after cold email, right? So what you want to do is go through Meta Ads library and compile a list of a bunch of winning B2B paid ads. And a way you can do this is like if the company's running a B2B paid ad for a while, and most likely it means it's like a winning ad, otherwise they'll just be like burning money on that ad. So like what you'd want to do is just go through and say like, and like look through like different ones like roofing agencies, like different like things like they're offering to like roofers, and like home remodeling, see like what they're offering to home remodelers, and seeing if they have any really good scripts for like their B2B paid ads. And what you want to do is compile a huge document of all of those winning scripts and actually feed that into Claude or ChatGPT and ask it to create new versions for your niche and offer. But opposed to you actually going on there and like recording everything yourself or hiring out a bunch of different UGC creators in order to do this, what you're going to do is use AI UGC characters to actually do all of that work for you. So it has like an AI character that reads the script for you in like a different background. And essentially you can do this through ARC ads, which would probably be my number one option because it's getting really good and you can get really quality AI UGC characters on ARC ads. Or you can use VO3, but the problem with VO3 is it's only 8-second segments. So you have to create out a lot of different segments to actually create out the full video, which they both work really well. but that's essentially what you're going to want to do in order to actually have the videos made for these scripts that you get and actually create using AI. And another thing that you can do is just have like the offer on AI generated image ads. So you can use ChatGPT to create an image ad with like your offer and the call out to like the specific audience in which you're targeting. Those work really well as well. So that's how you're gonna actually be using paid ads in order to get new clients. And then on like the back end of the side of things, what you're gonna wanna do is have like a landing page with a quick qualification quiz to qualify your prospects. And then once they're qualified, guide them to like a booking page so they can book onto your calendar. And then once they book on your calendar, you close them. So that's essentially the two methods I would focus on in terms of getting clients. And you need a little bit of capital to get started with this. And I know people say, oh yeah, you don't need any money to get started with an agency, which is kind of true. But it makes it a lot harder for you, and it makes the whole like process a lot longer for you to start making money. Because if you just only do cold calling, you need to do that at scale, and that takes a while as well. And then also you could do like cold DMs, but it takes a while and it takes a lot of volume as well. So that's why I'd recommend doing a cold emailing system and using paid ads as well, so you can like accelerate your whole process in terms of actually getting clients on your calendar right away. So those are the two methods I would focus on. But now you're probably wondering, what is my offer actually gonna be for them to actually get them interested in my service? And it's simple. If you're just beginning, you have zero experience, this is exactly what I did to get my first few clients, is to offer test drives and free trials to get your first client. And what I mean by this is you're not going to be covering the ad spend or any of that like when you just get started. They're going to be covering the ad spend, but it's just a test drive of your services so they can see the quality of your leads and see the quality of work that you can bring them. And this is a really easy way to get your foot in the door. And obviously there's going to be a lot of people who don't want to do this, but there's going to be like a lot of prospects who do want this, who are a little bit tighter on budget at first and have huge marketing budgets as well. So what I would do is offer a test drive and free trial offer in the beginning so that you can get clients quickly and just perfect your craft as you go on. Or you can do like a percentage based on how much you spend with them on a monthly basis. Performance-based offers and that specific offer work really well in the lead generation space. And then if you're doing like the percentage based on like how much you're actually spending with these clients, you need a good front-end offer to bring them in. So like 10 new roofing jobs a month where you don't pay, or something similar like that, in order to actually bring them in and get interested so that they hop on to a sales call with you. And if you're doing like a performance-based offer, you could do like a pay per lead offer in which you say like $200 per qualified lead, and then you just bill them per each qualified lead that you get them. You can do this upfront or a pay as you go. If you're just getting started, like a more of a pay as you go offer and have them pay for the ad spend is going to be a lot better of an offer, and will get a lot more people in the door. But there's not like a right way or wrong way to do it. There's just some that make you a lot more money as you continue to scale up. And that's why I like performance-based offers and this percentage based on like how much you're spending with them, because it will allow you to make a lot more money as you scale up with your clients. And you're going to want to be targeting big clients that have huge marketing budgets for any of the niches. So you like maybe at first you can target like one of those like one-man businesses just to get like your foot started, but those are not who I would typically be targeting. I'd be targeting bigger businesses with huge marketing budgets so you can actually scale up with them and make a lot of money, so you don't need as many clients to actually hit that 100K a month mark. And if you get bigger clients, you don't need as many, like I said, to actually hit that 100K a month mark. It'll make you a lot easier and a lot less stress to actually hit that 100K a month mark, because you don't want to have like 50 or 60 $2,000 a month clients. That's just not the way you want to do things. You want to focus on getting those bigger clients, and you'll make more money, and it'll be a lot less stress on you. And now that you actually have clients, what do you actually do to provide a good service to them? And this is where AI is going to come in heavily. And this is actually going to make you like become an advertising god at lead generation. And we use AI heavily in our agency. It's the backbone of our agency. And without AI today, we'd probably be nowhere. So you need to be using AI in order to be ahead of the curve and actually beat out the competition in all these niches. So this is how we use AI in our agency to provide amazing results and spend over $2 million a month in ad spend across the many different platforms in which we advertise on. So in the first part is going to be your hooks. So in all of your ads in which you run for your clients, the hooks are going to be so important. So a good method in which I learned from Mark Builds Brands, I think, is you use this AI agent, the GenSpark one. But what you want to have it do is research TikTok or IG for top hooks like within your niche, because there's a lot of good organic content out there. And what you want to do is just sort of like get the ones that have already went viral so you know that they work, and then you want to customize it for your specific offer or service offering for your particular clients, right? So that's essentially what you're going to be using GenSpark for. All you have to do is say like, yeah, can you research TikTok for like the roofing niche, and I compare different videos that went viral with like a low follower count, because those are going to be like your outliers within social media. And then you'll have it say like, can you identify the hooks within these videos and compile a huge list for them? And that can be a good starting point for you to actually like develop like good winning hooks for all of your ads. And then you can also just like research top winning hooks for your niche or other niches on Meta Ads Library and feed the data into ChatGPT or Claude and have it produce a lot of winning angles and hooks for your niche, because the hook is so important when you're running ads. If you don't have a good hook, you're not going to create winning ads. So definitely use AI to your advantage on this to brainstorm a bunch of different winning hooks. So that is going to be a little bit more about like the hook generation part of things. And then in terms of like the ad creation, we use Claude and ChatGPT to like write a majority of our copy. Especially like in the beginning, if you're just getting started, I would rely heavily on AI, because you're not going to be like an expert copywriter right off the bat, and you may as well use AI to do all the copywriting for you, so you can instantly get better results for all of your clients and actually get good scripts for all of your clients. So essentially what you want to do is like similar to the process above, is research like winning ads like for your niche. And like I said earlier, in like the B2B research, essentially what you want to go ahead and do. So like if you're in the roofing niche, one thing you do is like roof replacement, and like in the search in Meta Ads Library. And then what you want to do is look for the ads that have been running for a while. And most likely if they've been running for a while, it means like they're a winning ad. And then essentially what you want to go ahead and do is get the scripts for all of those videos and essentially put them into a big Google Doc, in which you can feed it into the AI, whether it's Claude or ChatGPT, and feed it in there. And what you want to go ahead and do is tell it to analyze the formula of these winning ads and to actually create out new and unique winning scripts for your particular niche and your offer for your clients. So essentially that's going to be how you use AI to actually do all the copywriting for you. And then in order to actually make out the ads, you're going to want to use 11 labs to get the AI voiceovers for these scripts that are generated above. And then essentially what you want to do is, once the AI voiceover is ready, what you want to do is download that AI voiceover, put it into CapCut, add B-roll, add background music, and then you want to add in like the voiceover to it, and then you're ready to go with that AI voiceover ad. And these AI voiceover ads are absolutely crushing it right now. So I would definitely start with these if you're just getting started. Use these AI voiceover videos because they're really easy to make. You can pump out a ton of them on a daily basis to get a winning ad for your clients. And the other one in which you can do is use VEO3 or ARC ads, like I mentioned before, to create out AI UGC videos. And these are really, really good AI UGC videos. And you literally don't need to pay thousands for UGC creators when AI UGC videos can do the work. And then once you get a really good like AI UGC video or AI voiceover video, then you can hire out the UGC creators to get a little bit different like variety on it, and just like it might target like a different audience. But this is so you can save the most amount of money possible while giving your clients the best possible experience and actually getting a great service delivery for them. So essentially that is all I had in this video. I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, drop a like, comment, subscribe. And if you want my direct help in terms of starting and scaling your AI agency, book a call below. But that's all I had for you today. So get to work and peace.